Hey, so I wanted to talk about Ready to Be Fit, fam. I wanted to talk about, excuse me, I wanted to talk about the pressures of being the oldest sibling in a household that the father is absent. Initially, I was going to talk towards just being an older sibling in general, but I can only speak towards being the older sibling that is a male, that is a man, and in the absence of the father and the pressures that puts on that oldest sibling. So a lot of young boys don't get a chance to grow up the same way as other young boys do. They become men well before puberty finishes. They become men well before they walk across that stage and get that high school diploma. They become men well before they make the first pay car note on their vehicle. And the reason that is because they're forced to fill a void that was never meant for them to fill. And I'm gonna try my best to dive deep into how this is, the responsibilities on both parties, the father and the mother, with, of course, excluding those situations where the father is absent because he passed away or whatever the situation may be. But speaking towards the fathers that have an opportunity to be present and they're just not there, I don't think you should realize, because as a man, as a father, if you can be irresponsible enough to have a child, to not wear protection or whatever it is that allowed the child's mother to conceive, then you can be responsible enough to be there and fulfill your obligations and duties. Because now what that in turn does is that 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old boy, the mother is going to start leaning on him a lot more than she should. And if he has siblings under him, whether he got a little sister, little brother, two little brothers, two little sisters, guess what? Now he is fulfilling the obligations and duties of a father when he does not have children. Nobody understands the pressure that puts on that young boy. So not only is he fulfilling the obligations of a father, he's doing it with no guidance because the father isn't there. So the guidance he's getting is from a woman, from his mother. How contradicting is that? This young boy is getting sent to pay bills. This young boy is responsible for making sure his siblings are in the house in a timely manner. This young boy is responsible for taking care of the kids, his siblings, while his mother is at work trying to provide for all the kids. So while his friends are outside, they're at the green box. While his friends are at the green box, while his friends is at the pool, while his friends is at the skate center, he in here watching his siblings. And before you know it, it's 3-4 years has passed. He doesn't even view what he's doing as a problem because he's obligated to do it. He feels obligated to do it. And who knows what that young boy may end up feeling. He may end up resenting his mother. He may end up resenting his siblings because he was forced to take care of them. Because mom can't do it all. Mama can't work and watch the kids. So I pray that this finds a father or anyone who is absent in their father's life, in their children's life. Keep trying. Think about how you're affecting your son. He didn't have those kids. You did. So fulfill your obligations and responsibilities. And this hit different for me because I am a father now. So I don't view this the same way as before. Allow boys to grow up as young boys. Allow them to grow up as boys. That way, by the time they have their own children. Now I will say this can be a positive because it will help that young boy into developing into being a man a lot sooner than he should. However, that's not how the course of life should be. Let the boy be a boy while he's a boy. Because when he becomes a man, there are no breaks. So instead of him, embracing that as he walks into manhood, he's been feeling it since he was 13, 12, 13, 14. There is no sympathy for men out here. But yet he's been feeling that since he was 12, 13, paying bills, bringing home food, having to go half on a bill. Bro in high school. Bro still in high school. What you mean he gotta go half on the bill? This subject is near and dear to my heart because so many black boys grow up much faster than they need to in their households. And they don't have to. And we need to fix it. We need to be there. We need to be present. We need to fulfill our duties and obligations and be better men, be better fathers. We got to break the curse. We got to break the cycle.